Hi there, so this is workout 6 video 1. Starting this workout, we're going to start flowing some exercises together. So cleans, presses, and squats are all going to start flowing into a nice movement together. We're going to work for 40 seconds work, 20 seconds rest. If 40 seconds is too long, then by all means stop before the timer goes. Besides that, we're also going to work on what's called an overhead lockout. So overhead lockout is when you're locking the bell out overhead. It builds strength. It's considered time under tension. So back it up. So overhead lockout is just essentially this: elbow is locked, shoulder is stacked, and your abs are contract. Kneecaps are lifted. You're one really tight, rigid line. And the purpose of these are, like I said, it helps build strength. So when you want to get stronger at overhead pressing, things like that, overhead lockouts will help get you there. So there's there's a way to make them more challenging, and there's a way to make them more difficult. So when I say to do an overhead lockout, we're going to be up here, and we're going to hold it for 40 seconds. So if you want to make it more challenging, you come on out and you do a little figure 8 about the length of your body. And come back. Now that just makes you work a little bit harder because your body's off balance. Your arm is out, kind of off balance, so you have to work that much harder. If you're in an overhead lockout and it's just getting to be too much and you're getting really fatigued, then come on down, hold it in rack position, have a couple breaths, and then put it back up overhead. So overhead lockout, abs are contracted, kneecaps are lifted, shoulder is stacked in the joint, elbow is locked, and you're really, really tight. So we'll be doing those as well. First thing we're doing is 2 cleans, 2 presses, and 1 squat. We're going to do that for as many rounds as we can in the 40 seconds, and then we'll do them on the other side. 2-handed swings, overhead lockouts, a pop squat, which is just a little cardio boost, and some side planks. So it's going to be about 8 minutes of work in total. 40 seconds work, 20 seconds rest. And of course, if you need to stop before the 40 seconds, please do. So first thing we're going to do is cleans on the left side. So here we are, 2 cleans on the left. Keep that elbow nice and close. 2 presses. And then 1 rack squat. And again, 2 cleans, back swing, elbow close. 2 presses. 1 rack squat. 10 seconds. One more time. 2 cleans. 2 presses. 1 rack squat. Okay. Put down for a few seconds and we're going to rest. When you get ready, do that on the right side. So, if you are good with cleaning the bell up, here we go. Behind. 1. 2 presses. 1 rack squat. And again. 1 rack squat. Coming up. Last time. 2 cleans. Keep that elbow connected to your body the whole time. 2 presses. 1 rack squat. Awesome. Rest for a few seconds, and we're going to get ready to do our 2-handed swings. So bell's in front. Make sure it's far enough ahead of you that you have to hinge on down. Take the handles. And we're at 2 seconds. Here we go. 10 seconds. And rest. Okay. Next, we're going to get ready for overhead lockout on the left side. Get ready to rack it up. So you can either cheek clean it up if you're more comfortable doing that. We're going to push it up overhead. And now you're going to make sure that elbow is locked, shoulders stacked back in the joint, ribs are in, you're not letting them pop out. Play about the spine, lift your kneecaps, and just breathe. If this gets to be too much, bring the bell down into rack, grab your breath for a second, and then put it back up. Nice tight core. Rest. Get ready to do the right side. Okay, back it up. Here we go. So if your right side's stronger and you feel comfortable, you do a little figure 8, the length of your body. You're keeping that bell in nice and close. It's working your stabilizer muscles in your shoulder. So I'm not allowing my ribs to pop out. My belly button is pulled into my spine. Kneecaps are lifting. Glutes are tight. Really, really strong. And we're at 5 seconds. Good job. Next is a pop squat. So a pop squat is touch, jump. That movement. If that's, you don't want to do any kind of impact, you can always just do a jumping jack or a low jack. So pick whichever's best for you. Touch. Again, if this is too much, you can always jump and jack, or you can just keep it low. No bouncing at all, no impact. Pick whatever's best for you. Nice and light on your feet if you're jumping. Rest. Side plank. So, let's turn to my left side. Okay, so your elbow is directly under your shoulder. And come on up. Now, if planking like this is too hard, you can always put that back foot behind you to give you a little bit of a boost. The goal is keeping this side up. Really pressing that left side up. And you can straighten both legs, or even lift the top leg. Again, you can always come back here. As long as you're really pushing up that left oblique. Seconds. Awesome. Okay, right side. Flip around. Make sure your elbow is directly under your shoulder, so you're nice and stable. You can, again, put that back foot behind you if you need the extra help. Ready? Come on up. So really, really pinch up that left side. You can straighten both legs, squeeze up. Again, you can lift that top foot if you're able to. It's a little extra work. Or keep it down. something kind of in between. Almost there. And rest. Good job.